jointer planer combo. This is a 2-in-1 machine, 2 tools, 1 space. Amazing. This is an amazing tool for a small shop like this, a garage shop where usually you can't justify a jointer. If so, maybe a smaller benchtop jointer. I've used them in the past, but this is a much longer bed. We got 12 inches of capacity, helical head, all kinds of goodness. So this is a little bit of a tool review, but this tool has really changed my workflow. It's helped me be super efficient. And so I just want to kind of showcase some of the pros and cons. Spoiler alert, lots of pros. It's awesome. I do want to be full disclosure, right? This tool was sent to me from Grizzly Tool in exchange for some Instagram content. This is not a sponsored video. They didn't ask me to make this video. I just wanted to show a little bit more in depth why I love this tool and why I think it might be a great solution for your small shop. So here you go, 12-inch jointer planer combo. So where this unit really shines, obviously, is the jointer, right? Small shop, being able to joint your boards, the face of the board and the side, just to save some time at the table saw, get good clean rips, and then to have a truly dead flat machine. Now, switching back and forth is fast and easy, and it really takes, less than 2 minutes to get into planer mode. And so here I can take those boards that I've just jointed, and now I can run them through the planer with that helical head, 12-inch capacity, so you can do some bigger boards, fast and easy. Really is an amazing unit. Real quick, I want to talk about comparable benchtop jointers. Now, I have this unit right here, which I bought and I used for about a year. It's a decent unit. There's a lot of other, small shop benchtop jointers. There's been 6-inch ones for years. This one's an 8-inch, so it is a little bit wider. I could do wider boards. And even though they have these things to extend, you really couldn't do long stock on this. Whereas this unit, it's 12 inches, amazing, right? So cutting boards, most of my cutting boards are there. I could do a whole cutting board here. It's also longer. The bed is a lot sturdier, it's a lot stronger. I can do really long stock, and I've done long stock on it without a problem. Now, granted, it's not an industrial full-size jointer. If you're planning to do like serious tables all the time, you want an industrial jointer. But for the purposes of a small shop, and if space is a premium, this is a great unit, right? The other thing with these units is sometimes they try and sell you, it's a spiral cutter head. Like it's gonna be a little bit better than like the fixed blades, maybe like a helical. It's helical-like, they even will say that. It's just not. Now, it does its job. I've been able with this spiral cutter head, and there's several other companies that make this comparable model. It just causes so much chip out. And so then you have to like run it through the drum sander, and there's just some issues with it. So it's not the best finish. Whereas this one is a true helical head, right? It's truly helical, which means there's so much less chip out. I can do a lot more things with it. It's quieter too. But a helical head, a true helical head, makes a huge difference. All right, so why else do you want this unit? So I back you up a bit here in my cozy garage where I got all kinds of things. Now, I do have a Grizzly Helical benchtop planer. That thing is amazing. I bought that about a year ago. Incredible, incredible. Now, since I already have that unit, I don't have to change back and forth, but changing between jointer and planer really is a lot faster than you think. Now, granted, this is a 12-inch capacity. Maybe you have the DeWalt or another planer already, and you're thinking about upgrading. Well, you definitely want to upgrade to a helical head, but honestly, that half inch isn't that big of a difference, and it is really fast. So for me, I'll probably just, keep this planer and go back and forth. I mean, I'll save 2 minutes, but this is how quick it goes. I will just do real time here. There's just 4 little screws on the back with the fence. It doesn't take that long. I just have fingers, So you just got to take the fence off. I can do this. Real time, real time. All right, so fence off. And then we're going to go ahead and switch this back. All right, so now we're here. Got this little, pull that up so the jointer doesn't. All right, and then you just pull these off and you slide out your dust collection. I use it, it's great. There's a little, where is it? Right here. It's a little screw hole right here. You just find that for the top. Of course, I'm doing this on camera, so It's naturally not going to be as fast as it should be. And then these just kind of slide in, right? And that's it. That's all you need. And then you can just use this here, and you can adjust. There we go. You can adjust your height for the planer. All right, so the planer portion right here, you actually feed in through this side, comes out here. Again, it's that same helical head that's cleaning it. So now I'm in planer mode, I can go. And then if I want to switch back, just take this off, put the fence back on, we're good to go. So changing back and forth does not take that time at all. It is not daunting like I've seen on some other combo units. It just doesn't take that long at all. So there are some more reasons why. So obviously, like I showed earlier, switching back and forth is just so fast. And so here we're switching from planer mode back into jointer mode. And this machine really makes it easy going back and forth both ways. All right, so probably the most common question with a benchtop jointer is getting the fence 90 degrees. Obviously you need it. So it is a little bit of adjusting. So here, I do need to tweak it a little bit. And what I do, honestly, to get a perfect 90 degree 45 is I just add in a little shim right here. And there I have 90. Come over here, come in. Should use a hammer, right? And then there I have 90. And then I can tighten it and just that little bit. And then I just break it off. I mean, these are like Home Depot, $2 for like 20 of these. So if you're switching back and forth. But there, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So this here is why I have wanted this machine, why I've wanted a 12-inch jointer. I make a lot of different things. Cutting boards are fun, especially doing end grain cutting boards. And here I have some cutting board blanks. They're right about 12 inches, and I'm able to joint the whole face of the board and then switch it back over to planer, and then I can plane the other side so they are dead flat. That is obviously so important when I then cut these and then re-glue them up and do multiple glue ups for an end grain cutting board. But for cutting boards or wider stock finished pieces, that 12-inch capacity is huge, and the fact, again, that it is a helical cutter head makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference because look right here. You can see the finish is great. There's no chip out. It does really well with figured woods as well. And for the million-dollar question, the question I get more than anything when I talk about a planer or a thicknesser is snipe. So for those who don't know, snipe is when I feed this cutting board through, is it going to dip in at the end and dip it in the end? So this board right here, I ran through this planer and there was minimal to no snipe. Now when I first ran this machine, I don't know, maybe 20 board feet of wood, I ran through it. I had zero snipe right out of the box and I was crazy excited. Then like about a week later, I ran through it. I had a little bit of snipe. The bed is fantastic. Now there are ways to mitigate snipe, right? You can actually get a full sled, put a little cleat on the bottom so you have one continuous flat surface. If you're getting snipe, I haven't looked into this machine specifically to see, hey, are there adjustments? Because this is not like a lunchbox style planer where you can kind of adjust it. But there's lots of videos online of how to mitigate snipe. However, most planers, I haven't heard of a planer that exists that doesn't have some snipe. I mean, maybe a crazy industrial massive one doesn't, but really very minimal snipe, right? And so great results from my experience. So real quick, just want to show how it can handle some big slabs. So here's a really thick, heavy slab. And so some people, right, you want to mill up some wood that you've downed and you have some old slabs. Well, it can handle that, right? And the fact that it's that 12 inches, some of the slabs you can joint and run through your planer. Great results, right? So here, that helical head is just so clean. It's just given a great finish. So that big heavy stock, this machine can handle it. And here you can see some of these other woods that I just tested out. Really, really figured woods, all kinds of things, but great results. And so the choice is two different machines or one. Not much of a choice, is it? But no, in all seriousness, that helical head is huge. And so if you're considering upgrading, consider it a 2-in-1. And there you have it. Amazing tool. So this tool, it does come in an 8-inch variety if you're looking for that. Obviously, Grizzly's got the giant, enormous combo units as well, but this one's a lot more affordable. And I say it's affordable because it really is comparable to, the cost of a helical head like the DeWalt. The DeWalt with an upgrade to helical, you could get this unit that does all of it. And so fantastic. But they do also have that 8-inch if you want smaller or save a little bit of money. But I love the 12-inch. Highly recommend the 12-inch. So check it out. If this video provided value for you, please consider subscribing to see more videos like this. Links down below to this unit, all kinds of other good stuff. But until next time, take care.